I just watched the Tony movie, biography or biopic about Anthony Bourdain. A lot of people were saying, oh, Anthony Bourdain would hate this movie. This isn't a good depiction of his life, whatever. I don't know enough about Anthony Bourdain. I like some of his sentiments that I've seen here and there, but I don't know his story too well, so I can't really attest to that. I don't know whether or not he would like it. I don't think any of us know whether or not he would like it because, unfortunately, he's not here. So, but I will say it was a great movie. I know Matt Johnson, the director, really liked that director. He said it was more so using Anthony Bourdain's life as an inspiration to tell like this coming of age story. So it very well could have been inaccurate, but I don't think that was the point of the movie. I thought it was great. Really loved it. Just kind of got me thinking I should film one of these videos. It's been a while. Life's been good. It's been good. I don't even know what to say. I just kind of turned the camera on. But the movie was great. Very good coming of age story. Like this guy that doesn't really know what he's doing in life, kind of insecure, wants people to think that he's got it figured out, probably due to the fact that he doesn't. Oh shoot! Hold up. I don't even know what's going on. Ugh. Probably wants. Damn, dude. Driving like a maniac, probably. Damn, I can't be doing this. Cannot be doing this at the same time. Cannot be setting up the camera. But yeah, he wants people to think he's got it figured out, and he obviously doesn't. I think a lot of people have been there at one point or the other. I probably have. Probably that's even like a testament to the thing in itself. Like I definitely have. You know, there's a lot of times in my football journey where I wanted to be higher recruited than I was. I remember like sophomore year, I was going to these camps and it sucked. Like I hated it. And I remember like it was some big name schools like TCU, Baylor, one other Big 12 one I remember. And I posted on Instagram like having a Big 12 summer. And at the same time, I was following a lot of people on Instagram that I didn't know just so they would follow me back. And like to this day, I still have a lot of those followers. So I kind of have an inflated follower count. But I was doing that. And then I was also posting like having a Big 12 summer, you know, underlying, no one knew that I didn't even enjoy what I was doing. And so it kind of is a little bit of its own version of the Tony story. Like I was trying to act like someone I wasn't. I was trying to be this 5-star football player, but I just didn't have the skills for it. And so I wanted to portray myself as that. And I know a lot of guys who have done that. And I don't blame them. Like I did the same thing. And I don't know, I think the reasoning for me doing that was a desire, probably the same thing. I wanted to be successful, and that was the thing I was striving at, and I wanted to be seen as successful as well. And you know, thankfully I've grown out of that a lot. I think my junior year had a lot of struggles in football, and it kind of got me out of that mode. And then senior year I went through it again, because senior year I was like, okay, now I need to get offers, like no more playing around, like none of this fugazi stuff is going to matter if nothing comes out of it. And so, geez, man, I'm using an old GPS. Sorry about this. I'm not going to edit this video at all. Screw the editing. But senior year, same thing. I was kind of like scalping for offers, got my HCU offer as a walk-on. And I was like, you know, kind of treating it as if it was a scholarship offer, because people don't understand the difference generally. And it was just kind of like the sense of like knowing what you're doing. And I think this movie just resonated with me because it's the same thing. Like that kid didn't know what he was doing, but he acted like he did. And you can learn a lot. Like I'm glad I'm here. And I think to an extent, like kind of, that's what you kind of have to do in recruiting, is you kind of have to sell yourself. So to an extent, I was selling myself well enough to get here, but the underlying theme of it was kind of just like not really a sense of true purpose or like true confidence in what I was doing. And I think I face that today at times. Like, you know, right now I went to this movie because we're going to our first game in Louisiana and I didn't make the travel list. I'm not traveling. So they just left today. And it was going to be me and one of my friends watching the game, but then he got on the travel list like last minute. And so now it's just me. And kind of like most of my close friends, none of my close friends are still in Houston. They all left. And so now I'm kind of here by myself. And it's kind of a recurring thing as I've been in Houston is like figuring life out on my own. As a lot of people do in college, but I think a lot of people also go to college with a set friend group nowadays. And I didn't do that. I just had to go to Houston by myself. And I think I've done well. I've made a lot of friends, gotten into certain groups, but there's always going to be these times of loneliness, more now than ever. Just because I don't have, you know, 1,000 friends in the same 5-minute radius. I'm not in high school anymore. And so I like these, I'm grateful for these times because it lets me grow personally. I get to really like reflect on myself, and I think just in turning this camera on and deciding to talk about my thoughts has helped that just help me reflect on my time in high school as football. But so I'm here now, and yeah, I'm just living life. Like I enjoy football, but I'm very frustrated right now. I wish and I feel like I deserve to be treated better than I am as far as the sport goes. You know, I really thought I should have been traveling as opposed to some other guys. And that's probably not healthy to be comparison about it, but that's just the truth. That's how I feel. And it's led me here. So what do I got to do now? So I started this Instagram page. One thing about me is I've loved the internet my whole life. I've always loved I always loved watching YouTube when I was little. You know, my generation, I'm 19, kind of grew up in like the prime of YouTube for our age. And so that was kind of like a thing I wanted to do. I always wanted to kind of be a personality. And this last summer, I kind of started this Instagram page that got a good amount of traction. I have 35,000 followers on there now. Not to flex, no, I'm just kidding. But, and it just started off me kind of just having a personality and being myself. Well, that was awesome, and that was kind of something I'd wanted for a while, and I got it. And, you know, it wasn't by mistake. Like, I used certain things I had learned over the years from posting and all this, and it was great. But I realized I got to like 25,000, my motivation started to fall off. I was playing the algorithm. I wasn't really playing like my personality. Like, it got to a point where I was doing the same shtick over and over, and it was working numbers wise, but it wasn't really working in my heart. So it kind of started to die down, and then we got into fall camp for football, and I just stopped posting completely. I haven't posted in probably a month and 1 week now, like a little over a month. And it's just interesting how life works. Like, when I was in high school, I would do all that, like, you know, the Big 12 summer I was telling you guys about, that I didn't actually enjoy it, but I kind of wanted it to seem like I was some football player, you know, dreaming about getting those offers. Then I finally do get the D1 offer, and I remember my senior year when I got that D1 offer, nothing really changed in my life. And it's a reoccurring theme. You know, when I got my first varsity start my sophomore year, I thought my life would be different forever, and nothing changed. Obviously, you know, I can't be super negative. Like, obviously things change, but like, it's not like in a snap my life changed just from that start. And it's the same thing happened when I got an offer to HCU. Love this school, love playing here, love the program, and I believe in the program. But when I got that commitment, you know, in high school, I kind of felt like, oh, this is what I've been doing, working for my whole life. I finally made it. And then I get that D1 offer, and I still have the same issues. I still have the same, you know, battles with God that I did in the past. And it doesn't really change anything. It's just like one step. And so that's why you really have to love the process and not the end goal. You have to just love life in general and not what you're working towards. And so the same thing happened with this Instagram account. I got some traction, had a lot of fun with it. met some kind of cool people online, some people that I used to watch all the time, I became connected with. And, you know, a year ago, I would have been like, this is the most amazing thing ever. And now I'm not even motivated to post. And it's like, how do you get there? And it's just because that was never the goal. And so the goal was something deeper, some part of me that needed that satisfaction. And now I get it, and it's like the hole is still there. So just kind of an interesting thought about life this movie led me to. And it's not like anything super depressing necessarily. It's just more of an analyzation. Like, that's the truth. And so I guess the lesson I'm learning every day is just to find the joy in every moment. Find joy in my salvation with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Find joy in that. And then find joy in every moment. Like, you can't live your life thinking, oh, when I get this, it'll be great. And a lot of people do that, you know, to a high level. It's like, oh, once I pay off my mortgage, you know, for those adults out there, once I pay off my mortgage, everything's going to be great. And that's just not how it works. Like, you'll pay off your mortgage, and then all of a sudden you're going to have a new issue. The wife's not going to be liking you anymore. Something like that. And so I just keep getting reminded throughout my life, like, not to be satisfied with my goals, but to find satisfaction in every moment of every day in becoming who I truly need to be. Like, even more recent example, looks like my teeth are like red. Even more recent example is my HCU career. I was a quarterback last year, didn't play at all, felt like a total nobody on the team. I go to spring, I move to tight end, and I have some success. And I start getting some consideration in areas that I never would have in the past. People start to like me more as a byproduct of my success. And then I get to this fall season, and now I'm so frustrated that I'm not traveling. What it's like last year, I wasn't frustrated that I was not traveling because I knew I would never travel. It was so out of the idea. And now it's like I'm pissed off because I'm not traveling, and it's hurting my mental. It's really making me upset. And it's just like, man, how blessed am I to be upset about that? Last year, that wasn't even a thought. It was so far out of reach. And so, you know, in my life, I keep moving closer to these goals that I had. And every time I achieve these goals, it's like I'm more frustrated with them. And I think that's just a testament to life in general. I think a lot of people have that issue. It might just be the human condition, is satisfaction, you know, like. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd talk a little bit. I guess my current thought process is just like, I need to find satisfaction in gratitude and joy in every little part of my day. Like, after this Tony movie, I talked to the guy who was cleaning up the theater, not because I'm some saint, but because he asked me how the movie was. I was the last one in there. And that just kind of made me happy. I was like, man, that guy, like, he's working a tough job. And he was old. And he was just cleaning up a theater. That's his job. And he's working a tough job. And he's trying to make the most out of it. So he's going to ask me how the movie was, ask me who Anthony Bourdain is, all of this. And I'm just like, wow, like, you know, like, I'm continuing to move forward and I'm getting more and more frustrated. Meanwhile, this guy's working in the movie theater, cleaning up the theater, a job I would never want to do. No offense to him, I just wouldn't. And he's finding the joy in that moment. And he might have his frustrations at home. He might not be a happy person generally, but in that moment, he's trying. And so it's just, I don't know. I'm so blessed, and it's a constant struggle / devotion. Like, I just got to continue to devote myself to improving as a human being and finding my joy in my life. Like, finding joy in the fact that I woke up this morning, and the fact that, you know, God gave me the aspirations that I do and the life that I have, and to find joy in that. Like, right now, this weekend, I'm going to be home. Houston is home. That's crazy. I just said that. I'm going to be in Houston by myself for the next, like, 2 days. And I'm not going to lie, it got me upset. You know, last semester or last year, all of us were freshmen, so all of us were not traveling. Now, like, pretty much all my close friends are traveling and I'm not. And it's unfortunate, but what choice do I have? I can choose to be upset about it and let it ruin these next 2 days. I can choose to be upset about it and let it ruin my next week of practice. But what type of choice is that? Like, it's not like I have the choice to control the coach's mind and make them travel me. The only thing I can do is control my attitude about the situation every day. And so, you know, like I had a friend quit recently, and it's like, I would never quit. That's not a choice that even crosses my mind. And so I'm frustrated right now, but it's like, what choice do I have? If I'm gonna go out there and practice every day, why would I go out there and be sad about it or be annoyed and allow it to affect my play? I'm gonna thrive and play with the joy that God gave me. These next 2 days that I'm here, whatever interactions I have with people, I can be mopey and be like, oh, like, life sucks, whatever. Or I can choose to find joy in my circumstance and be a light to others that I see in the next couple of days. And so those are just some thoughts. You know, like, choose joy in every moment. God has blessed you. God has blessed me with so much. Like, you can count your blessings. Everyone can count their blessings. And so I want to pay him back by just at least finding joy in my moment, in my circumstance. Like, at the very least, this is some adversity in my life that I haven't faced yet, that I'm working with. And so, I don't know. I don't want this to turn into like a word salad. That's basically all I got. But I love you guys. I'm not editing this. I'm just gonna post it. Why are my teeth like red? And I don't know when I'm gonna post. I think the first 2 videos I was really focused on, like, yo, I'm gonna make a freaking YouTube channel, baby, and I'm gonna talk and do all this, and I never did it. And so now it's just like, this is me doing it. This is me talking. This is me making a video. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm gonna keep doing it. I think it's almost good for me as a diary. I left my journal at home on accident in Granbury home, not in Houston. And so I haven't been able to journal for a while. So it's a little video journal here, but I think this was good. I love you guys. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you might have gained something out of this. I know I did. Why do my teeth look red? Am I bleeding? I don't know. It's just the camera. But yeah, love you guys. You are so blessed. God loves you. And yeah, we're out.